Good morning, Geeks and Gamers. Are you welcome for Star Wars to be saved? Because that is why Ryan is here, because he called me up. He says, Jeremy, Star Wars is saved, and I want to do daily with you because I want to celebrate how wonderful of a feeling it's going to be to have Star Wars return to greatness. Isn't that right, Ryan?
It's exactly how it worked. I said, usually Tuesdays are my days off daily, but I couldn't miss the Acolyte trailer being revealed for everybody. So I had to come back for that.
Oh man. Why is Rumble working on your end? I can't get Rumble pulled up. Like it's just on the starting screen. I'm refreshing. Sometimes it takes it a second to get started, but it's still on the little intro loop. I did set everything up on Rumble.
Looks good to me.
Is it? The stream's going?
Yep.
Okay.
It's good to me.
Yeah, I'm just doing refresh over and over again. So okay, anyway, the ads just kicked in. Okay, there we go. All right, so yes, we have a lot to talk about Star Wars related. And don't forget, a very, very, very big Tuesday night's main event tonight. So that's going to be awesome. I saw 1-800-DANKY in the chat. Man, I love those animated shorts. Let me see if I can find it. I started right there. There is Good Morning 199. Look at that. 1-800-DANKY crushing it with the animated Friday Night Tights clips. The 199. He had a Matt Walsh. And did you see his Matt Walsh video?
I did, yeah.
It's so good. Let's see. Green-haired anti-liberal says, wait, Ryan on daily and Tuesday night's main event on a Tuesday? Well, I mean, look, you guys know Ryan. He does a lot. He does Sports Wars. He's always here on daily. I have been listening to the people, and they've been screaming at me. And I'm not saying he's going to be there every Tuesday, but occasionally he may pop in on a Tuesday night's main event. Occasionally. And really, it comes down to he called me. He said, I miss you guys. I miss the positivity. I miss the, just the sense of community I get when I'm on Tuesday night's main event. And I was like, are you drunk? He goes, no.
That's exactly what happened. I called and I begged to be back on that damn show. I'm like, I can't believe I ever left, Jeremy. I'm sorry. I'm crawling back to you. But yeah, you may or may not see me tonight. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But all right. So Ryan, we got a trailer dropping today. What's going on with Star Wars? Is it saved? Is it going to be is this going to be the return of greatness?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know the return of what. Let me show you what we got yesterday, because the trailer has just officially dropped for the Acolyte. But yesterday there was a little tease that people were very excited about. I mean, how couldn't you get excited? This poster goes so hard. Look at this. In an age of light, a darkness rises. There you go. And there's seems to be a scraping of blood there. And it's just, oh man, it's so mature. Star Wars The Acolyte, June 4th on Disney+. There were a lot of memes with feminine products involving this poster.
Yes, there was.
Can neither confirm nor deny why, but very, very strange. But it's finally here. The official trailer just released a couple minutes ago. Here it is.
So hang on. So before we watch this, from a timeline perspective, this is going to take place like 50, 100 years or something before the Phantom Menace.
Yep.
Right. So this was right after the High Republic and Disney canon bullshit, correct?
Yes, this is like in the end days of the High Republic type of time frame.
Okay. So who is there? Yoda will be alive.
Yoda would be alive, and Yoda would be very active. So if Yoda doesn't appear somehow in this show, it's all about Jedi and shit. I don't know what they're thinking.
I think they're going to put Yoda. I think they're going to put Yoda in it. So
I think Yoda's going to pop up to affirm someone's they them pronouns or something. That's what I think is going to happen. But let's see what they show us.
Close your eyes. Your eyes can deceive you. We must not trust them.
A lot of diversity.
Tell me what comes into your mind.
A lot of diversity.
It's a big galaxy.
Balance. I see fire.
someone is killing Jedi, it doesn't make sense. What happened?
I sensed darkness.
So much diversity.
This isn't about good or bad. This is about power. And who is allowed to use it.
What is that?
It's very dark, Jeremy. It's dark and mature, and it's
Holy shit.
it's packed full of diversity.
That was exactly what I expected it to be. The emphasis of the trailer is not to talk about Star Wars or to show you Star Wars. The emphasis of the trailer was to show diversity. That's 1000% what the main goal of that trailer was, is to show you how there are no focused white characters, white males, basically. Were there any white males that were the focus of any scene?
He mind tricked one. This guy got mind tricked. God,
Lord,
you'd have that. Overall, the vibe is to get, hey guys, this is going to be Jedi versus bad guys. They've been talking about it's going to be Jedi versus Sith. I don't know how they're going to incorporate the Sith in like 50 years before Phantom Menace without, you have to make sure that anybody that sees them never fucking sees the light of day after that. Obviously,
is Plagueis alive in this era?
Should be.
Do you think they're going to have him in it?
It'd be kind of tough not to. Considering the story they're trying to tell.
Jesus, man. Yeah. So again, that to me, it's exactly what I expected. Although I did expect a Yoda, like a Yoda image or something.
I think we're gonna get Yoda in like one of the last trailers, or like one of the last little teasers before the show starts or something.
Yeah.
Or they might just do it in the show and get people excited.
Yeah. But Yoda definitely somebody they're going to utilize, I think. But yeah, like this is Amandla
Stenberg. She's the lead character right here.
This is going to be so bad. This is going to be such a bad.
It's going to be a lot of action though, Jeremy.
Oh yeah. And I think we do need to remind everyone that the showrunner of this series is none other than Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, Leslie Headland. Okay. So congratulations. Harvey Weinstein's legacy continues to live on through Disney Star Wars. I think that's something we should always recognize and always give credit to. Harvey Weinstein's legacy continues to live on through Leslie Headland, his former personal assistant. So great job. And you usually have these things pulled up, but you might not. Do you have her talking about what her favorite Star Wars film is?
No, I don't have that. I don't have that right now.
I love all the Star Wars. Star Wars. I love all the Star Wars. That's her favorite Star Wars. But anyway, what did you think, Ryan?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that was in that was also in the leak trailer that kind of that got out there anyway. There's more footage than was in the leak trailer from Star Wars Celebration a year ago or so.
Yeah.
Overall, it's tough for me to, other than like, if I didn't really know what the synopsis was before I watch this, I'd have a hard time trying to piece in where we are and like what the characters' objectives are. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be a lot of diversity and a lot of action.
Can I give it a compliment?
Yeah.
I do think, like, from a tone and from a production standpoint, it actually does have a really good look to it. From a production standpoint and tone, it does look good.
Yeah.
From that perspective, I will give it that. But yeah, in terms of just like the emphasis of showing how diverse we are, it's like when you're putting so much emphasis on that, you're just canceling out. Like, it doesn't need to be like that. And they've already said this, like the people involved with the project, that's the only thing they were talking about in the lead up to it.
Yes, the only thing they're talking about is how great it is to see a Star Wars story that's centered around women. That's the only thing that's been talked about by anybody. And I mean, that's what we got in the trailer as well.
Exactly. So
we'll see. This is going to be the next thing to save Star Wars, guys. Wookiee Jedis will save Star Wars.
But as much as I say that it has like good production and everything like that, it does. I'm just giving an honest assessment of that. It doesn't feel like Star Wars though. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. Like it felt like a very, very, very expensive fan film of someone that wants to put diversity in Star Wars. That's what it felt like. A very, very expensive and well done fan trailer of someone that says we need more diversity in Star Wars and we got $1 billion investor to put it. That's what it is right there. That's what it felt like.
In an age of light, a darkness rises. Get ready. The Acolyte is here.
Like, you remember like years ago where every movie had to have Rise in it or Rises, you know, like
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. There was like everything
Rise of
had
Cobra.
Yes, like it was like, good Lord.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yes. I'm so tired of things with Rise in it. Like, okay, it's done. Leave it be. Now, I know that's not in the title, but it's in like the tagline. But yeah, so there you go. There is the trailer for the Acolyte, and Harvey Weinstein's.
Do you remember when it was not real? It didn't actually get done. It was just like a sizzle reel or something. They didn't actually film 10 episodes. It somehow here we are.
Here we are. What's the release date on this thing?
June 4th.
June 4th. So here we go.
It's gonna be going up against House of the Dragon and The Boys.
Yeah.
Those are also releasing in June.
Yep. But hey, it is what it people are like, was that taking a shot at Josiah Rises?
Josiah Rises.
No, Josiah does a good job of that himself with all the clickbait he fucking uploads. Oh man. But anyway,
they got another one.
Anyway, that is the trailer from Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant. Aaron Herkelman says Sydney Sweeney, Kate Upton in her prime, or Brooklyn Decker in her prime.
I mean,
Brooklyn Decker was pretty badass.
Kate Upton seems cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, listen, you just give me any one of the three, I'm not going to complain. So, you know, but Brooklyn Decker was Brooklyn Decker was pretty hot. I don't know if she still is. She might be. I haven't seen her in years. What's she up to these days?
I have no idea.
Has she been in anything? Like the last thing I remember her being in was an Adam Sandler movie. Wasn't she in that Adam Sandler movie with Jennifer Aniston? Wasn't that her?
Which one?
The one with it's one where he's like a dentist and he's like he pretends to be married.
Oh, she's married to Andy Roddick.
Okay, tennis player.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know what she's up to though.
Yeah. There you go. Just go with it. That's it. Yeah, just go with it. That's a good movie too. I like that one. I like Adam Sandler movies. So you know, what do you want from me?
Well, Adam Sandler's been doing those ones on Netflix with Jennifer Aniston the past couple of years.
That is
like,
true. Okay. Yeah.
It's like that mystery thing or whatever. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah. Let's see. Derek says, here's $2 for usually being right on time. Hey, we're usually there. We're usually there. Unknown says, shit, Clown Wars. Lord J says, Jeremy, when do backpacks ship? A few more weeks. They're being produced right now, so it's gonna be a few more weeks before they ship out. So we had to wait till the campaign ended, and then put them in production, so we knew how many. So it's gonna be a few more weeks. Kurt Engelstare says, for democracy. Shadow Saiyan for 20 says, I found this animation yesterday of Helldivers 2 called Arc Troopers that resembles the 2003 Clone Wars miniseries, and I was hoping you could watch it because I need a whole series like that. Throw it on Twitter and tag me, and we'll see if we can check it out. Dude, Helldivers is the greatest thing ever. Ryan, it's the greatest thing ever. You have to play Helldivers. He's like, well, if you'd quit throwing me on all these fucking streams, maybe I'd have time. Tomac says, I did send Jeremy, a link to the Helldivers Clone Wars animation, Good Times. There we go. Okay, let's see. All right, Ryan.
Carlos Estrada for 2 says, what's with Disney and period blood? That's like the real enemy is that all the female Jedi synced up and they all went to the dark side at the same time. Sophie for 2. If you have time, please react to vid I sent on X 199.
199. All right, let's see if I can do this. All right, here it is. So this is let me share my screen. I think Ryan actually might play Helldivers 2, everybody. I think he might. I think I could convince him. What do you think, Ryan? Think it's gonna happen?
Stranger things have happened, but
That's true. All right, here we go.
I haven't seen that yet either.
Here we go. Oh no, Twitter, really? God, Elon, what the fuck? Elon, what are we doing?
There we go.
Commander, approaching target. Begin jamming signals. Yes, sir. Open doors.
Fans are just better at this than the creatives. Listen to that music. Animation is fantastic.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Relay site. One in the rubble. Sir. Another in the rafters. Yes, sir. Everyone else with me. Move out.
Yeah, it's like it's cool they incorporated the 2003 Clone Wars into it. It's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Again, fans just continuing to show that they know better than the creatives involved with stuff. That's really fucking cool. That's really fucking cool. So Helldivers 2 is just taken over, and it's been great. And I'm really happy to see so many people are enjoying it. I will be playing it more at some point. I got a lot going on this week, but I will be back on the grind very soon. But we do have bad news about the Disney board battle that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But at the end of the day, I know a lot of people are probably going to get mad at George Lucas. Like, it's George Lucas. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to hate George for anything. And I've never felt like George, like a lot of people have felt like George Lucas is like, you know, just watching like Geeks and Gamers and Nerd Erotic videos for the past 4 years. I'm like, fuck Disney. Fuck these motherfuckers. Get that diversity out of my Star Wars. That's not George Lucas at all. It never, anybody that thinks that, like, I do think he's unhappy with what Disney's done with Star Wars in terms of, he's said as much, you know what I mean? But
yeah, he said it's
like
not his anymore. Yeah.
George Lucas ain't sitting around with a fucking MAGA hat on. Okay. Like, it's just not happening. And I know a lot of people have thought like maybe that's what he's doing. I'm like, that's never going to happen ever. But we'll discuss all that.
A bunch of people have been like, maybe gaslit to believe that, oh, George Lucas would team up with them and they'd come back and kick KK out and like all these, you know, wild theories and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So it is what it is. Suns and Shadows says, forget Star Wars. George has been lost to us for years. Celebrate the 25th anniversary of the TV show Farscape Marathon on Shout YouTube channel now. Thank you. Cole Hauser says, is this magic? Okay, is this Magical Negroes or Star Wars 199? Talking about the trailer. Tobias says the best way to get Ryan back on Tuesday night's main event is to put a furry there to bring out his joyous positivity. Also, why so many humans? F the humans that give us the weird and aliens for real diversity. Well, I mean, that's been a problem with Disney Star Wars for a while, is they've put more emphasis on human characters than any of the alien characters.
You did have a couple humanoid aliens that appeared in that trailer in speaking roles and stuff. You have a Wookiee Jedi, I guess.
Yeah.
Get excited.
Yeah, everybody's doing was that the Magical Negroes trailer? Let's see. Roland News says if we're lucky, we might get a good saber duel. Come on, who are we kidding? Plagueis is gonna get ruined in it too. Stenberg will be who teaches him.
So that's the thing to me is like there are a lot of things that this show could fuck up, right? It could fuck up Plagueis. It could fuck up Yoda. At the end of that trailer, when you have like 7 Jedi confronting a dark side force user with a red lightsaber, who is that? Who knows? It's clear that they're fucking powerful, right? So are they going to bring Plagueis into this? And if they do, is it going to be Plagueis as we know it, or is Plagueis going to turn into a trans black handicap woman? Like, who knows what could happen?
At this point in time, and again, I'm not going to. There is I do have a level of interest in the Acolyte from the standpoint of just like watching how bad it's going to be. I'm not watching this with like any hopes that it could be good. Especially this is after the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And I think that's where, like, yes, Last Jedi was terrible. Rise of Skywalker was just absolutely horrendous. Then you had things like I enjoyed like the first season of Mandalorian. I enjoyed some of 2. Obviously, I like the Clone Wars season 7. But after Obi-Wan Kenobi, that just like that was it for me. That's where it really was like, not that it was already dead to me, but like that's where it was like I accepted its death was Obi-Wan Kenobi, if that makes sense. Like I accepted it. I was no longer in mourning or like, man, it would be great if they could turn this around. Like after Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's like I accepted that the death is done. It's never coming back. It's never being saved. It's over. That's where I accepted the death of Star Wars completely. That was awful. The sarcastic mailman with 5 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Thank you so much. But I guess we should just talk about the George Lucas deal. You want to pull that? Do you have that story pulled up?
I can grab it real quick.
Okay. Let me see. Let me get a couple more while you're doing that. Where am I at? There we go. RIP Stargrift. We love you 3 together, says Zed. Yeah, so no more Stargrift. I guess was that like you're gonna do like special shows or something, right?
Well, yeah, we'll do like maybe the end of Acolyte, get together and do one, like make them a little more special and stuff. We just all have so much going on, doing all of Mahler's commitments and
dude, Mahler
I've got going on here.
Mahler streams on everybody's channel all the time, and isn't he trying like? How
he's
far
also
behind?
Got a million videos of his own that he's way behind on.
When's the last full upload he had on his channel?
I don't know. The last one he did was a short one. It was only like that 40-minute. Look at all these people. Ahsoka episode 5 reaction.
Oh man. Yes, Ryan's low energy today. He's tired. He's Ryan
tired.
Again. This was kind of goes into the Stargrift thing. Like the dude like is. I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for you. I mean, I know you like with Mahler in theory, that's a great little dynamic, but with all the stuff you got going on, I've been asking you to help me do some more stuff lately. And you're like, dude, I don't have time. So anyway,
yeah,
streaming is hard. Streaming's hard, guys.
And not everything lasts forever.
It's not streaming is hard. It's life is hard. Streaming's the easy part.
That's true. But this was the news we got this morning. Obviously, a big proxy battle going on between Bob Iger and Nelson Peltz. George Lucas has weighed in as one of the biggest individual shareholders of Disney stock. George Lucas put out a statement backing Bob Iger, CEO. George Lucas backs Disney and Bob Iger in proxy fight. Creating magic is not for amateurs. The filmmaker, Star Wars creator, and Disney shareholder released a statement in support of the company and its CEO on Tuesday morning. Right here. Creating magic is not for amateurs. When I sold Lucasfilm just over a decade ago, I was delighted to become a Disney shareholder because of my longtime admiration for its iconic brand and Bob Iger's leadership. When Bob recently returned to the company, I was relieved. No one knows Disney better. I remain a significant shareholder because I have full faith and confidence in the power of Disney and Bob's track record of driving long-term value. I have voted all of my shares for Disney's 12 directors and urge other shareholders to do the same.
I think this is a good time to remind everyone that the person that chose Kathleen Kennedy to run Lucasfilm would be one George Lucas. So that is the man that now I'm not saying that this is confirmed, Ryan, but there is another, like, I think that there's another article out there because George Lucas also said, and with keeping Bob on, we will then be prepared to release the George Lucas cut of Rise of Skywalker. I think that's just what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
That had to have been it, right?
Yeah.
That had to have been, this is actually all a ploy because Bob he reached out behind the scenes and told George, if you back me, I'll let you come back and run Lucasfilm. I get it's going to be the next fucking rumor out there, dude. It's going to happen.
But yeah, so again, I think this puts to bed, or not that it ever should have been taken with any legitimacy, but this whole like, oh, George is working behind the scenes to,
to take down Bob Iger.
Yeah, basically people were building it up like it was like Crimson Tide with like Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington, like we're like, come on, man. George is a legend. George is the GOAT. George created Star Wars. I love George Lucas. I respect George Lucas. I also understand that George Lucas has never been someone that, was going to be like considered based. I think
he sold it a fucking decade ago, right? He sold it a decade ago because he wanted other people to continue these stories and stuff, and he wasn't interested in putting in that kind of time anymore. He just wanted to spend time with his family.
Yes.
And I don't think any of those things have changed, 12 years later, other than he's just gotten that much older.
No, he's definitely older, and I'm sure essentially what happened is Bob Iger called him up and said, "Look, I've got this board situation, blah 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 blah. I really would appreciate if you could put a statement out." Obviously, George Lucas does he still have shares? Like I know he did have
George
the most.
Lucas?
What I mean by that is he's still a major shareholder. Has he sold off like the majority?
I think he's
of
the
them?
biggest individual shareholder.
Okay, still then. Okay, I didn't know if he had sold them. Okay. So there's obviously he's got vested interest for sure. But I'm not going to be taking any shots at George Lucas. This is not surprising news to me. I think that some people probably had it in their mind that George behind the scenes was really, really I think he does not like what Disney has done with Lucasfilm. I don't think that means he's going to go scorched earth. You know what I mean? I don't think that anything like that's going to happen. I think he probably looked at it and doesn't like it. But at the end of the day, we're talking about a guy who's connected to Kathleen Kennedy, Steven Spielberg, Bob Iger. He's connected with the worst people, in Hollywood. They know all his dirt. He knows all their dirt. They're gonna stick together. It is what it is.
George Lucas has no dirt.
None.
There's nothing.
Perfect. He's perfect.
He's never done anything wrong in his life. I mean, there's stuff he's done wrong, but not like that wrong.
Whatever. You don't know that, but Kathleen Kennedy knows. Kathleen Kennedy knows everything. Kathleen Kennedy got some dirt on people. I do believe that, but I also think that they have dirt on her. I think they all this is just Hollywood's just a fucking shitty place full of shitty people, man. It really is. But George Lucas is a fan of Kathleen Kennedy. He chose to bring her in and give her the keys to his kingdom, to his legacy, to everything he built. He decided that. No one else forced him to do that.
Well, I mean,
what's gotten lost in all this.
Well, I've never lost sight of that because whenever people bring up like Filoni, they're like, he was George's right-hand man. And like all this stuff, it's like, okay, if he was his right-hand man, the person on his left was Kathleen Kennedy then, because he turned the fucking thing over. Like, that's his decision.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But it is what it is. George coming down on the side of good old Bob Iger. I never thought that the Nelson Peltz thing had much teeth to go all the way.
I just wondered if Elon was going to get involved. Even from you don't know. Elon is unpredictable as hell.
Again, unpredictable.
I will say this: you doubted if he would actually buy Twitter.
I did.
You know what I mean? And so, you just don't know, man. He is a wild card, but he's never gonna. I never wondered if he would buy Disney, but I did wonder if he would get involved, on the board battle. But clearly, he's not. I don't know if you watched that Don Lemon interview with Elon Musk. Holy crap, dude!
I watched a 3-minute clip of it. But I didn't watch the entire thing.
Man, it was rough. I watched the whole thing last night on CobraCast. It was rough. I mean, Don Lemon was asking some of the most unnecessary and disrespectful questions. He asked him just all type of stuff about like, well, why are you so aggressive, Elon? And Elon's like, oh, it's just how I am, tough upbringing. Goes, what happened to you as a child? It's just like, holy fuck, man. And I ask him about like drug use and alcohol and asking him all this weird stuff, man. It was a wild interview. It really was. 1-800-DANKY says Jeremy said unnecessary correctly. Woohoo. I don't know how I said it wrong in that one
It's
clip.
so unnecessary.
I'm from Alabama. What do you expect from me? Go fuck yourself.
It's not about being from Alabama. It's just you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Well,
It's just strange.
You're bringing Jeb Bush energy to the fucking stream today.
I am. I wasn't fucking. You fucking got a chat. I didn't say anything about it. I would have only noticed if you said it wrong, not that you said it right. I wouldn't give you any credit for that.
But listen, what we're going to do, we're going to get Ryan on Helldivers at some point. When is this going to happen, Ryan? Next week? Next week?
You guys stream it.
Well, this week's going to be a rough week because I've got a lot going on. So I'm going to try to get some streams going next week. I'm thinking next Thursday. Can we get you in for next Thursday?
Is it late?
No, I can do it earlier Thursday because I don't have a lot going on. So like 8 p.m. Thursday. Next Thursday, 8 p.m. You stream it on your Kick channel and your gaming YouTube channel. All right. And I'll stream it on mine. We'll get another couple people. Book it. Is it done?
Okay.
Oh, look at there. Look at there.
Thursday.
Let's go.
Yeah, tentatively agree.
All right. Hell
Thursday the 28th, I'll play Helldivers.
All right, there we go. Perfect. That's going to be awesome. So now, see, everybody's happy. What's up, Epic Mike in the chat? For democracy. That's right. For democracy. That is awesome. All right. Let me see. Rupert Patterson says, this isn't about good or bad. This is about power. The sentence that perfectly sums up the postmodernist mindset lies. They're saying morality doesn't matter, or yet it does. Yeah, that trailer was rough, man. I'm interested. I don't think that trailer is going to get ratioed or anything like that.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think it's bad enough to get ratioed.
No, not.
I think it's going to get a significant amount of dislike just because what everybody knows about it already.
Yeah. Let's see. Mike Hill for 20 says, what do you think about Aaron Taylor Johnson in line to be the next James Bond? So has that been confirmed?
That the report is out there that he has received an offer to sign, and the expectation is he will. So basically, it's being reported that he's the next Bond.
That's a terrible decision, isn't it?
I mean, he's been, to be honest, in pretty much all of the top fives that have been thrown around.
Has he? Okay.
Yeah, he's.
I'm not a big Bond guy, so it was hard for me to tell. But like, I don't know. I mean, Henry Cavill's too old at this point. I think. I know that's kind of been the top choice forever, but I don't know, man. That doesn't seem like a lot of star. Aaron Taylor Johnson he's a decent name to attach to projects that already have some star power. He's not a name that drives the needle.
That's not Bond though. That is
true.
That's never been what they've done with these characters with the casting. They typically don't do that.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, so I think people like Bond itself is like the draw. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. So, all right, I got you. Ministry of Wrong Think for 20 says, Ryan, I love you, Mauler in theory, but was it really time constraints? Not gonna lie, there was an awkward sexless marriage vibe sometimes during Stargrift. I think you guys just have a hard time at matching energy. No offense.
Well, there definitely is a big difference between the three of us in terms of like how we approach everything,
which is kind of what
makes the show like interesting for everybody.
Yeah,
but yeah, it really was, and like we didn't know that this was going to be a thing that lasted like a couple of weeks. We really didn't start with the intention of having to go forever or anything like that. But just with all his commitments and this extra stuff I'm going to be doing as well, it just seemed like a good time.
So, okay, a little inside baseball for everybody. So, for instance, last night. And Mario Kart streams have been crushing it like the last month. We couldn't do Mario Kart last night because Jay was out of town. I had to stream Cobra Cast. Usually I stream over. I've been telling Ryan, like, there's little things I might need occasionally from him. You know what I mean? Because of all the stuff we have going on. Because we pull like 1,500 people in Mario Kart, and I had to cancel that stream last night. That's a big issue. Like, we can't keep doing that. So there's times like I would like to reach out to him, but he's had so much going on. So I was never pressuring him, obviously, because he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But then when the opportunity, he's like, if Mahler's leaving, then, I will be a little more freed up. So stuff like that. But I thought like the reason Stargrift worked so well was because of how you guys are all three different.
We're very different.
Very different. But that's what made the mixture work well, in my opinion. But, I'm sure that
we're going to be doing things in the future too. Again, we'll be doing more special shows. So,
well, here's the thing is like, and you guys had mentioned this last night, but coming together for like special events, that's what made Star Wars special. You know what I mean? Like not annualizing Star Wars, not having 2 or 3 Star Wars movies every fucking year, like knowing that there was an event around it. It kind of can fall in line with that. Like it's going to be an event where you guys come together for like special occasions and stuff like that, which will make it kind of cool.
That's right. And we're going to make it like the McRib. So so when you hear that it's around, you're like, oh shit, I really got to check it out, even if I don't like it that much, because it'll be gone soon. That's what we'll do.
Absolutely. Yellow Flash says, Miss Darth Plagueis means business, y'all. God, man. Flash, I'm sure you loved that trailer. I'm sure that was the best trailer of the year for you, buddy. I know you were all on that one. Let's see. Lance says, hey, Ryan, any chance the Acolyte will feature a cameo from Creamy Sheev in his quest for unlimited power, or would this be just before his birth? Would this be before his birth?
It all depends on the official timeline, because I've heard 50 years before Phantom Menace, which still would be before. But if it's 50 years before the original trilogy, then he could be around. But I think it's 50 years before Phantom Menace in that 50 to 100 year before time frame. So depending on where they land, Plagueis was born probably about 100 years before Phantom Menace in general. So I don't fucking know. A lot's going to depend.
So, okay, who are the prominent characters that are alive in this potential timeline? Yoda is Jabba.
Jabba would be alive. Yeah,
Jabba would be alive. Who else? Obviously, Plagueis, which is not a name that a lot of people know in terms of like, I know the prequels have mentioned, but that's more of an EU thing. Who else? Who's the other prominent characters?
I haven't really thought of anybody that like has a long life or anything that could potentially be around at that point, but
because they're going to utilize them if they even if it's a cameo appearance or whatever, 1000%.
You see like a little young Mace Windu like sitting there learning. One of those guys could have been him. Gary would be alive. Qui-Gon would probably be very. Again, if they go 50 years before Phantom Menace, then yeah, you could have some of these characters that we know be around be very, very young. If they would go any further back than that, I don't think so.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I feel like with Yoda being alive in this era,
Dooku could be he could be alive, but I don't know how old he would be at that point. Like what he would be doing.
Epic Mike said Maz Kanata. Would Maz Kanata be no way if they brought Maz Kanata into this? How old is Maz Kanata?
Old, hundreds of years old, right?
I think so. No, dude. Oh, what a fucking disaster. What a fucking disaster that character was. You remember all the hype and the anticipation before The Force Awakens? Like, who's Maz Kanata?
So Dooku would have been born about 70 years before Phantom Menace. So depending on where we're at in the time frame, he could be there.
Maz Kanata. I want Maz Kanata to show up now. Maz Kanata. Who is the girl? I
fucking
remember that. Oh God.
I hated Force Awakens.
What I hate is that I was excited during that time. I was so fucking excited. I could not wait. I was like, I can't wait to find out who Rey is. She's connected to Luke Skywalker. You know what I mean? Like all of these things, Snoke is Plagueis, all of these things. I was so hopeful for Star Wars back then. And God, it's so bad.
We could have a young, hot Jocasta Nu. That's true.
Like, you guys have no idea how frustrated I am right now. Just think, I hate Epic Mike for bringing Maz Kanata up. Not that I thought that character was interesting, but it was the element of like, She asked Han Solo, who is the girl? Like, that was a loaded question to make you believe that she is someone. You know what I mean? And then the whole scene with her and the Force and all that shit, or the lightsaber. God, I fucking hate Disney Star Wars.
Yeah. But if that time frame is actually up to the 100 years before Phantom Menace, we're not going to see fucking shit then.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're just tuning in, and we have a lot of fucking people here. If you're just tuning in, we did a reaction to the Acolyte trailer. And so again, I'll just say what I said earlier. I do think that I'll be as fair as I can be. Like, it's not terrible production at all, in terms of the atmosphere and the vibe, but it's nothing more than a diversity showcase of like, look how diverse our Star Wars is. Look how diverse we are. And that's really all it was. In my opinion, it's all it was a diverse showcase. That's it.
It was fairly similar to the trailer that got put out for Star Wars Celebration as well.
Yeah.
In terms of the feel and the vibe and even the way it ended a little bit. So,
and someone said, so a lot of people saying this movie is set, or this series is set 100 years before the Phantom Menace.
That's what I'm saying. I've heard between 50 and 100 years. So that's why I've kind of been like, said it, if it's around 50, then this, but if it's around 100, you're probably not going to have a chance to see, really anybody.
Yeah.
Other than Yoda and Maz Kanata.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, Yoda, I think Yoda's going to be a huge part of this show because of the Baby Yoda craze and everything that happened. So to have Yoda in it so that they can get like clips and sound bites and reactions of people going crazy because Yoda showed up, I 1000% believe that will happen. I
talked about it on Stargriff last night. I said, I think they're going to take this opportunity to explain Grogu because we're going to see a love affair between Yoda and Yaddle. and that's actually why they hired an intimacy coordinator. It's going to be to show Yoda just clapping cheeks. Then you could tie it all into Mandalorian, and that's exactly what Star Wars would want to do at this point. And they did hire an intimacy coordinator, and it's going to be, they went for the full George Lucas effect. It's going to be real practical effects. They got actual puppets to slam. All right. So it'll look like Star Wars.
Good Lord. I hate Disney Star Wars so bad. I really do. It's so frustrating. Hey, I did share this meme. Ryan, did you see see the meme, the Helldivers meme that I shared?
No.
Right here. Are you a man or a woman? I'm a Helldiver. What gender are you? Democracy. Yeah, but what's in your pants? Freedom. It's fucking awesome. And that's how the game is. That's how the game is. So now a little backstory on the meme. So the meme is from the Halo Red versus Blue series, but I redid it with the cat ears Halo picture to make it look even more like social justice because I hate the cat boy ears on the Halo Spartans. It drives me crazy. So I redid it, the meme that someone else made. I just kind of I had Krista Nova update it. But yeah, it's so good. What's in your pants? Freedom. Hell yeah. It's got 10,000 likes or 11,000 likes.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
This fucking game is crazy, dude. I'm telling you, you're going to love the game when you play it. You're going to love Helldivers.
I'm going to hold you to it.
It's so good, dude. You just have no idea.
Vault 95 Survivor for $1. The Acolyte trailer. Don't believe your eyes. They can deceive you, especially with what you see on Cobra Cast. Don't believe your eyes. There's no criminal flood across the border. Don't believe your eyes. There's not going to be a single woman in Acolyte.
None.
Not one. Gray Man for $2. Ryan's coif doesn't look that French today.
Yeah, what's going on? He's out of it. His social battery is drained. Okay, his social battery is drained.
It is. IO for £10. I assume based on precedent, if he makes an appearance, it'll be less Darth Plagueis the Wise and more Darth Plagueis the suffered catastrophic frontal lobe damage. Again, I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. Plagueis was born over 100 years before Phantom Menace. Originally. I don't know if they've delved into any of that in canon, though, so they could easily extend that a little bit or change things or make him a woman, whatever. Paco sits for $5. So Leslie's gay. and writing a straight Star Wars movie, gay fan fiction, and no white guys. I'll pass. More lame girl boss crap. Well, I want to correct you on something. It's a series, not a movie. So,
That's
but
just
thank
true.
you. Dragon Dan for 2. All this diversity makes me appreciate Order 66. Cole Hauser for 2. Ryan, do not ever mention Rise of Cobra. Jeremy brought it up.
Oh, yeah.
Project Taco. Isn't this set in space where all the aliens, Wookiees, robots, and cyborgs and shit? That's the diversity. They're hiding behind all the people of color.
Yeah, I mean, back to the Rise of Cobra. I at least appreciate the Snake Eyes Storm Shadow dynamic. So there you go.
You didn't like when Channing Tatum died?
That wasn't in Rise of. Wait, hang on. Rise of Cobra.
Was it the first one?
The second one. So the first one's Rise of Cobra. The second one is
Retaliation.
Retaliation with the Rock.
Okay, never mind.
So yeah, so Channing Tatum died in the second movie. The first movie. So that's why the second. God, I'm so torn on both of those movies because I hate Cobra Commander in the first movie. They actually did him justice somewhat in the second movie. The second movie, though, I'm happy Channing Tatum died, but the Snake Eye Storm Shadow dynamic is better in the first movie. But everything else sucks about those movies. Everything.
Bruce Willis is in it.
Yes.
And The Rock.
And The Rock.
I don't know who they played or what their characters are called, but Crash Override for 5. Typical Disney trailer. Show the DI in the teaser, then jangle the keys for the rest or final. Food for the shills, which is the only audience.
Yeah, I do not think that it's going to be a good series at all. I think it's going to be really bad.
I think it's going to be interesting to see who turns up for it because this is going to be an interesting test of characters that people have no idea who they fucking are.
Mm-hmm.
But you're flashing lightsabers and shit.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because so you have this interesting thing going on with Obi-Wan Kenobi got all the people watching, and it was a shit show. The Andor got low viewership, but most people that have watched
well received, yeah,
very. I would say, would you say that the Andor is the most well received Disney Star Wars production?
I would say between that and Rogue One, yeah.
I mean, you want to? I'm not include the animations because I think that Clone Wars Season 7 is the most well received thing. It's very small sample size. But so is Andor. But we're just talking live action. But yeah, I think
we're talking Andor probably got fucking 10 times the viewership Clone Wars Season 7 did.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I think Andor, based on what I've heard from people, I think Andor by miles is gotten better received than even Rogue One. Rogue One got good, really good feedback. And even still to this day, I think even somebody like me that wasn't as big on Rogue One initially, I can look back now and go, Rogue One is easily the best Disney Star Wars movie that we've gotten. No doubt about that. But Andor seems like everybody that watched Andor from beginning to end, it seems like everyone had nothing but good things to say about Andor.
Shark dentures for 2. 1 burger and a small drink. You want Rise with that? Thank you.
Guess who's here, Ryan?
Dan Vask?
He don't miss. Fuck that. No, somebody respectable is here. Somebody respectable is here. It's somebody that don't miss. Alec Baldwin's finger for 50.
50 gifted memberships.
He don't miss.
What's going to happen when he goes to jail? Our funding's going to get cut off.
Dude, no. I will bail you out. Alec, I got your back. All right. We're going to put the whole G&G machine behind keeping Alec Baldwin out of prison so he could keep throwing gifted memberships here. So we got to fight for him. Okay. We got to fight for him.
MJ UK for Canadian 5. Congrats on 1 million, Nerdrotic. Here's my Acolyte trailer. Yours true, Leslie Headland.
Is Nerdrotic in the chat? Is Gary here? I think I saw him in the chat.
George Ramirez for 5. So cool to see you're enjoying Helldivers 2. Game rocks. Can't wait to see you play with Gary using the flamethrower and Ryan dropping bombs on the group.
It's so good. It's so good. Alec Baldwin's finger says, "Don't confuse me with Dan Vask."
I'd be very offended. Yeah.
Oh man. Disco Cobra for 50 says, howdy brosifs. I'm sure everyone has heard about the Drake Bell stuff. I just made a video on it myself, trying to get in that video game stream grind. Streaming would be more difficult or more challenging with no people. What are some tips for low viewer streams? Well, I mean, ultimately, all you need to do is pretend that you've got hundreds of people watching you and put on a good show. Even if they're not there in the chat, just pretend that you're putting on a good show, like for 100 people, and do definitely interact with the game that you're playing. If you're playing a game, just make comments about it and make sure that the audience, if they were there, would be able to stay engaged with it. Just like Disco Cover, you watch a lot of streams. You're always supporting different creators and stuff like that, which we appreciate. Why do you support creators? Why do you support streamers? Think about why you support people, and then take some of the things you've seen from all the other streamers you watch and apply that to your own stream.
There you go. Mike S. Hangout for 5. Could you guys tell if they changed Yoda's voice, or is it the same? So, well, if I heard Yoda's voice in a trailer, if I could tell, I would probably be able to tell.
What is he asking?
He said, "Could you tell if they changed Yoda's voice, or is it the same?"
Oh, I don't know.
Yoda didn't. I mean, I didn't hear Yoda in that.
I didn't. Was Yoda in the trailer? Like, are we misunderstanding that, or are you just saying like, if he was in the trailer, would we be able to tell if his voice? I don't know what you're asking exactly.
Yeah, me neither. Maybe we missed a little message from him or something. I don't fucking know.
Well, Gary says yes, but Gary can't hear or see.
Did we wait? Maybe he means yes, he's listening. Maybe I don't know.
Chat, did we miss Yoda's voice? Because I didn't hear Yoda's voice at all. AI Yoda voice, maybe.
I didn't hear a shit.
Yeah.
Alabama Santa for the Acolyte is an early Christmas present from me. I hope you enjoy your trash content. Thank you. Tobias for 2. Had to restart. Did Ryan see my super chat? Yes, saw your super chat, Tobias. Problematic Panda for 5. Did you see the unhinged Pokemon Company exec who defended Sweet Baby Inc. said his job is to get rid of anti-woke gamers? Full groomer. I saw something about that a few days ago. Problematic Panda.
Well, there's a Verge article that came out, a hit piece on Kabrutus. I'm gonna go over that. I'm gonna try to have that video uploaded after main event tonight. And of course, tonight we do have Grums and Kabrutus on for Tuesday night's main event. So I'm looking forward to that. So, and
it's gonna be a big one.
It's gonna be a lot of people. We got Mark the Cyborg there. We got Ryan.
Jesus.
It's gonna be Oh yeah. Ryan, you're just gonna be so happy about this. So,
cause stream's gonna go forever.
No, I'll cut you after a while. So
okay,
yeah.
Cole Hauser 5. Do you guys see Disney is going to be streaming Macross, but not popular shows like SDF or Do You Remember Love? Just the boring shows. I didn't see that. Lance for 5. Stargriff was like a dream come true, but verily, it's the nature of dreams to end. Tobias for 5. Elon was diagnosed with autism before it was recognized. Drugs and such might be a valid theory with the fucked up drugs I had to take as a kid. What? What's that in reference to, though?
Hang on.
Elon being weird?
Which one was it? Okay.
Elon was diagnosed with autism before it was recognized. Drugs and such might be a valid theory with the fucked up drugs I had to take as a kid.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. Good old Tobias.
Never know what Tobias will say. Anakumon for 5. You saw Bullet Train. You get why some people think Aaron Taylor Johnson would be a good Bond. I heard good things about him in that.
God, did I watch Bullet Train? I feel like I watched Bullet Train because somebody told me to watch that.
I think Odin was all about it, wasn't he?
I feel like I watched Bullet Train. Maybe I watched some of it, and there was really, I remember at least the scenes I saw. I thought they were really good. I can't remember if I watched the whole thing though.
Robert Cherryman for 5. Can you guys explain why diversity stuck out to you so much? Isn't expected a Star Wars cast to be diverse as a diverse galaxy?
The reason it stuck out so much is because the people involved with the project did nothing but talk about diversity. That's all they did at Star Wars Celebration. They didn't talk about Star Wars. They didn't talk about the story. They didn't talk about the legacy of Star Wars or George Lucas. They talked about how diversity is the most important thing. So once they've put that out there, like I don't have, and again, I hate even having to clarify this because it's the most retarded thing ever. I don't have a problem with diversity in anything. I have a problem when that's the central focus of what it's supposed to be. That's the part that drives me crazy. Hell, take Helldivers, for instance. Helldivers, the first fucking cut scene is a mixed race couple, or whatever. I feel like there's a lot of, like, if I'm not mistaken now, I feel like some of the people you interact with, there's like a few black people in there. I don't care. It's not like they built it going, Helldivers is all about diversity and push. Like, no one advertised it as that. Who gives a shit? But Star Wars, specifically the Acolyte and the people behind it, have told you that it's all about diversity. So then you see that trailer, and all of it was emphasis on, look, diverse person, diversity here, diversity there. That's all it's about. That's all they care about.
Dave Filoni's dog for $50. Look what he's holding in his mouth there. During the filming of The Acolyte, Leslie held me down so Dave could violate me. He said, "Thanks, Leslie." She then said, "No prob. This is just like working for Harvey all over again. Just bite the pillow like Gwyneth did, little doggy."
Jeez.
Thank you, Dave Filoni's dog. May you rest in peace. Matrix and Roadshow. What's up, John? That trailer was awful. Doesn't feel like Star Wars. I felt no excitement at all for this. They don't even move like Jedi or Sith. Yeah, right now it's sitting at 37,000 likes to 12,000 dislikes.
12,000 dislikes?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I did not think it would have that many already.
Sorry, 37
Yeesh.
to 14,000.
Really? Wow.
Sophie for 5. Also, by their very nature, lightsabers wouldn't leave a trail of blood. That poster was so bad. If you hit somebody with your fucking lightsaber, like right in the fucking skull without it being ignited. I've seen that shit before. Or maybe they're talking about bleeding crystals. I don't know. And Knockmaman for 20. Sorry, Jeremy, but I'm from Alabama excuse doesn't always work. Like when you said you didn't know who Pontius Pilate was. Dude, you're from the Bible Belt. If anyone has heard the name Pontius Pilate, it's you.
Whatever. Welcome to the fucking internet.
Yeah, Jeremy thought Pontius Pilate was like the name of a fat black trans person who was about to fly his United Airlines flight, and he got off. That's why he's never flown since.
Yeah, welcome to the internet. And when you don't have every answer, you get roasted for it. Like, that's how it is. So
Grimnack for 2. Chewie and Mother Talzin. Chewbacca would actually be alive. You're right.
Really?
I don't know how old Mother Talzin is. Yeah, Chewie probably would be. Chewie's fucking old. Wookiees are old.
I could do like a lot of streamers do. Whenever they get a question, they start Googling it just so they can have the information and they look smarter. That's what a lot of streamers do. They just pretend that they know the answer. I'm like, if I don't fucking know, I'll just say it.
Yeah, Chewbacca is 200 years old during the original trilogy. So yeah, he would have been alive.
Yeah. Well, God, they're just going to use, I'm telling you, they're going to use everybody they have access to. That's what they're going to do.
Probably. Angry Badger for 199. Acolyte is the same vibes as Eternals. A little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Save lives.
Bert for 10. Ryan, is Akira Toriyama recently passing inspired you to cosplay or dress as a Dragon Ball character, Mr. Popo? If yes, will you be using fake latex skin or the Justin Trudeau shoe polish special? Is that the super black dude? I don't think I'm going to do that, but thank you, Bert.
Somebody said, here it is. Jeremy, just ask chat. We would never lie to you. So during my first Helldiver stream, somebody sent a $50 super chat and literally gave me every piece of advice that was wrong. Like, he did the exact opposite of what I'm supposed to. He told me there was no friendly fire, which there is friendly fire in the game. He's like, there's no friendly fire. Don't worry about it, Jeremy. Also, shoot for this area of the bug because that's their weak point, which was not their weak point. He told me everything wrong. It was so good. And I thought he was being nice. I'm like, I have $50. He's like, hey, Jeremy, here's some advice for you. Every single thing that I needed to know, he told me the exact opposite.
It's pretty good. That's a good troll.
That is a good troll.
Ellie Areen for 10. I remember being the biggest fan of Rey back when TFA came out. I drew a picture of her in middle school. It was pretty high quality with hyper-realistic pencil shading. She was so cool back then.
I had no problem with Rey as a character. I thought Rey was going to be a really good character as they developed the story and gave us more insight into the character.
I hated her in Force Awakens.
And they just absolutely just gave us nothing. Gave us nothing. One of the most disappointing characters in movie history.
And then Elliot Areen follow up on that. But then Last Jedi came out, and KK's contract was renewed as president of Lucasfilm. At that point, I violently tore up that picture of Rey that I spent hours on. Star Wars became dead to me at that point.
Damn.
It's crazy, Ellie. Steel leg of history member for 24 months. Ryan, you've been great. You and Jeremy have almost said it's me doing the work on my channel, but your kind words do help when I feel overwhelmed. Thank you. Yeah, man, keep grinding away, dude. You're growing. It's awesome.
Hell yeah. Memology's got some thoughts on the trailer.
That's 100% what I thought when that shit happened.
Oh, Memology's awesome. Shout out to Memology.
Manny Lamont for 5. Sad day for Star Wars fans, but not surprised. Lucas support of Iger. Star Wars is dead and it's messed up. The creator of it is backing its destroyer.
Yeah, Star Wars is dead. It is, again, be clear. If you're somebody that likes Disney Star Wars, you're welcome to enjoy it for the rest of time. But George Lucas's Star Wars is dead. It's never coming back. It's never going to be saved. They're never going to fix it. It is dead. There is no realistic scenario where they will save this and get it back. And that's just something people have to accept. So my recommendation would be to go play Helldivers.
There you go. Play Helldivers.
That's it.
Steel leg of history for 2. Be blessed, everyone. 199. Thanks for the kindness. Dave Chandler for 10. The aggravating thing about Disney and their cries of diversity is that Star Wars has always been a diversity showcase. The fact these clowns can't see that makes them so annoying. Thank you. Ajax Skyline for 10. Growing up, I noticed women watched Passion and Days of Our Lives. I'm glad Acolyte is something women have to look forward to. Oh, and Amazon Fallout looks terrible. I don't know how many women are going to be looking forward to it, but we'll see. No Comprendo with a super sticker. Thank you. Maso becomes a channel member. Dull Life Dan, member for 9 months. They destroyed George's legacy and he votes for more. That's not Pete Cuck. I don't know what is. Exalted Patriarch for 10. Hail inwards. The shit Clown Wars trailer, Acolyte trailer, was pure ocular AIDS. The opening line will be, yes, yes. This will be going to make things equitable. Yes. Furious Phil for 20. Ryan, you are a mini-me. I'm 50 years old. I hate everyone and everything. Nuke the planet. I just want to say Jeremy is correct for once. Helldivers 2 is epic. Best game. It's chaos at its best. Give it a try. Trust me.
Yeah, it really is fantastic.
Zamo, member for 8 months. The Acolyte is the master DEI Star Wars project. I'm sure they'll try to use lots of nostalgia / Easter eggs to bring as much money as possible. Still DEI. Crew for 5. I'm pretty sure Plo Koon was around 200 years old, and Alpa Rancis was old too. You could have a couple characters like that do end up showing up or popping their heads.
Yeah, but like
it's true.
Plo Koon's not gonna like turn the needle. We're talking about people that'll turn the needle, like
that they could bring in as a cameo,
yeah,
and like get someone excited for them.
Absolutely. And so again, it looks like next. Oh, go ahead.
Might get some people excited, but definitely not the mass amount of people.
Yeah. Next Thursday, looks like we're gonna get Ryan to play Helldivers. So next Thursday, not this because we all got a lot going on, but next Thursday. So that's gonna be great. Can't wait. You can get it on Steam or you can get it on Xbox or PlayStation. I don't think it's available on Xbox yet.
The crossplay anyway.
It is crossplay.
A feline named Vijay. How many episodes / seasons in before on Ahsoka appearance? Dream vision sequence, maybe. Oh, in the Acolyte, there'll probably be one immediately.
A dream sequence of Ahsoka.
It'll happen. Dave convinced her to do it. Her hat for 2. Bullet Train is fantastic. Tobias for 5. It was in reference to Jeremy earlier talking about why Elon is how he is sort of being weird and fixated on things. He's currently diagnosed with ASD.
Okay, that's what you meant.
The Exalted Patriarch gives a membership. Thank you. John Papaserio for 5. It's pretty funny. All the kids look to be Anakin's age from Phantom Menace. You know, where they said he was too old to train. No. That's not what they mean. That would imply that if anyone got to the age of Anakin, that they couldn't train anymore. What they're saying, he's too old to begin training, whereas they're usually taking Jedi in when they're fucking babies and toddlers and shit. That's what he meant. Too old to begin training because of all the stuff he'd been through in his life. Aaron Herkelman for 199. Wouldn't Palpatine be alive and Darth Maul? Palpatine would not be alive right now. Again, if the timeline got pushed up to even 50 years before Phantom Menace, I think he may have been like a baby or something. But if they're doing 100 years, there's no way. 100 years before Phantom Menace, Palpatine wasn't alive. Darth Maul wouldn't be alive either.
Well,
there's always hope for Darth Maul. So you never know when he can get thrown into a project. For Marty for 10, the Acolyte is going to be the next Rings of Power.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm shocked that it's so. Again, the dislikes are that's a lot of dislikes. I was not expecting that many dislikes. Not to say it's not a great trailer, but it's nothing overly offensive at this point. So it's 41,000 up, 17,000 down now. That's a lot of fucking dislikes for this trailer.
In the first hour, yeah.
Yes, that's a lot. So will the internet ratio it? Maybe. I guess we'll find out. We got a few days till Friday Night Tights, so we'll find out then. But yeah, that's not a good ratio at all. That's not.
For Marty for 10.
On IGN, it's already nearly ratioed. IGN has it, and it's got 2,300 up and 2,000 down on IGN.
Ooh, yeah, those re-upload sites can. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so they deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve it.
For Marty for 10, the Acolyte is going to be the next Rings of Power. Old Man Rising for 5, don't believe your eyes. Loaded point taken. Tonally, looks like Rebel Moon to me. Robert Cherryman for 5. Jeremy, did it bother you George Lucas talked about how the prequels were a metaphor for the Bush administration with some direct references?
No.
And I think we're all caught up.
There we go. And but there it is. Another man, we had a huge audience today. Really appreciate that.
That's right.
Again, Tuesday night's main event tonight. It's going to be a really, really big episode. We got a lot of people on tonight. Grums, Cabrutus. We're going to be talking about all this stuff going on with the gaming industry, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody over there. So Ryan, you need to go get some sleep. So you're out of it. So
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. But I really appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for liking the videos, and looking forward to playing some Helldivers at some point in time. I don't know when that's going to be, but people are like, have you given up on Fortnite completely? Like, I still like Fortnite. I'm going to play Fortnite too, but Helldivers is my jam right now. And maybe one day Titanfall 2. You know what? Should I accept the Titanfall? Is Titanfall 2 more dead than Disney Star Wars? I think Titanfall 2 at least has a chance, whereas Disney Star Wars is just that dead.
No one cares about Titanfall 2.
Thanks, Ryan.
Just saying.
Thanks.
They don't even care enough about it to make a third one.
I know. They always say, like, Jeremy's just a normie gamer. I wish that if that was the case, Titanfall 2 would be getting played as much as a gay-ass Apex Legends. Anyway, just leave it there. Okay, you guys
play
have
Apex. Try Apex.
No, I hate Apex Legends. I can't stand it. Okay, Apex Legends it's a Dollar General version of Titanfall, is what it is. It's Dollar General Titanfall.
You telling me you never went to Dollar General back in the day?
Yeah, when there wasn't a better option.
Oh.
You know? But no, that's what Apex is. Dollar General Titanfall. That's all it is. And that's honestly being nice to Apex Legends, to be fair. It's being I would much rather play Fortnite than Apex Legends.
USMC says looks crappy. I'll be playing Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade looks really good. Stellar Blade looks really good. Okay, guys, thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. There's Mike with the Jeremy is gayer than me comment. Whatever works for you, Mike. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you for Tuesday night's main event tonight here on Geeks and Gamers. We appreciate it. Have a great day. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.